When we think about MDM in the healthcare space, there's three things that come to front of mind. There's patient-related data, there's payer-related data, and there's provider-related data. These things I'm sharing are not news to anybody in the healthcare space, because if you're in the healthcare space and you're responsible for managing that data, these are already more than likely significant headaches for you. In my working relationship with a lot of healthcare providers over the year, I've literally talked to hundreds over the last 3 years. A great starting point here is often from the provider space. The provider data is really often a critical dependency when it comes to a lot of digital transformation initiatives. So a lot of healthcare providers out there are trying to build mypatientportal.com or myhealthcarecompany.com, where I can go and manage relationships, where I can go and create appointments, where I can go and see all of my healthcare records and download all of that. So having a provider list and access to that provider data is often a great place to start. A lot of healthcare providers are wrestling with, where do I go to get data for that? I've heard a lot of concerns related to provider data where the provider says that they want to be noted as a plastic surgeon when they're actually certified as an osteopath. There's something to those degrees. So there's a lot of business rules that need to be defined here. There are third-party data providers that can help with information related to providers, but optimally here, you're going to, as a healthcare provider, you're going to need to define a lot of customized business rules, governance policies related to that provider data that will need to be codified and captured and managed in an MDM hub. So to try to do this meaning manage all three, patient, provider, and payer, and have consistent, trustworthy, accurate, fit-for-purpose data that is defined and managed by these governance policies, the best way to do this is to have a consistent place to manage those policies and enforce those policies. That's going to be an MDM hub. So for most large healthcare providers, the idea of trying to solve this without MDM is probably not scalable. You're going to have a hard time doing it. So we would certainly recommend checking out Profisee.com for more insights here, but a great place to start would be to look at provider data and to look at the way MDM could be leveraged within your organization to support those use cases.